Lucas started a little list here of bad Giants omens this year. Bad Giants omens, because we kind of started that conversation yesterday when you look at Nick Ahmed, my God, the DFA'd shortstop who can't hit, grabbing a Dodger uniform and, in many eyes, ending your season a couple days later with a home run off of your almost all-star reliever, Tyler Rogers. That feels like the universe is telling you something a little bit. You know, you have a big Farhan's only 9-figure signing in his time with the Giants. That's it. Your only 9-figure signing. He is selling jerseys. His name is being chanted. And 40 games into his Giants career, he whacks into a wall. And that's it for his shoulder. He needs surgery. He's done for the rest of the year.
Yeah. We should put that on the list. And I'm surprised Lucas is not in here with the pen.
Lucas.
Come on. It's not like you're answering the phone.
Yeah, seriously.
888-957-9570. Add to our list bad Giants omens, or even not even omens. And I hate to disrespect the man's list. It's just getting underway, but not really omens.
What's the word?
Occurrences or incidents. There were incidents and accidents. There were like yesterday, hints and allegations.
Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
I thought
you'd get that.
We aged the hell out of ourselves there, but anyway,
whatever. It's a good reference.
Yeah, it was. I used the word signs yesterday, and maybe that's not right either because that makes it sound kind of woo woo. And can I get a woo woo?
Yeah.
And the answer is no.
Jeffrey Osborne with a woo woo woo. The woo woo song. It's another dated reference.
It is.
I'm
totally
here for it.
I like Jorge Soler. Remember when he hurt himself by fouling a ball?
But he didn't miss time. He just had a little headache for a day or so.
Yeah, I mean
that was just batting practice.
Well, no, he did miss time. It delayed
his recovery.
Remember, he was already hurt. He came out onto the field for the first time rehabbing, fouled the ball straight up off of the pole, hit him in the head, and he had to leave the field. And there's other questions that come out. Yeah.
That really hit me.
That's live.
That's my favorite
audio
part.
of Jorge Soler taking BP.
That really hit me.
What are you doing fouling off BP pitches, by the way? No one wanted to ask that.
And what are you doing?
That's a really good question.
You don't have a helmet on.
I mean, I've watched a lot of BP. You ever see someone just foul it back? Like, bro, they're throwing a 75-mile-an-hour fastball to you.
It's a cookie.
Hit it. You're a major league player making $15 million.
That ball got Schmidt on.
Don't foul it off of the... Anyway, but he brought up a really good one, the first one that Lucas wrote on the list, which we haven't brought up yet, which was Rennell. The start of the year. Before the year even starts, we get Rennell Gate. We did
a whole show on the public address announcer.
Right. Rennell is a treasured piece of Giants baseball. And by the way, hey, great job, Giants. I want to give the Giants a round of applause. You know why? Yeah, let's go. Come on. Round of applause for the Giants.
Because they didn't replace her. They had the wherewithal to not replace her.
They did a great job of making that go away. They've never really explained it. And both Dibs and I are here to report to you, she's still mad. She's so mad, she's going to leave the Bay Area. She can't even take it anymore. She's so damn heartbroken. And they never told us, they were never straight with us what that was all about.
It's because they can't. You can't say the words that...
Won't.
You're right. It's not...
Cheers.
It's not, I mean, whatever.
They
Can't, won't, whatever. It's... The reasons are so clear, but you won't put that out there in the universe. As Lucas, our director of sports, would say, you won't.
Yeah, you want to take your pick? You want to do racism? You want to do sexism? Or do you want to do just like...
I'll take politics for 400 there,
like
Mark.
Squeaky wheel, and we're done. We're done with the loud voice in the room.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you're not gonna come out and say that. Lucas has added Blake Snell hurting both groins. I think it was the same groin twice, but I like it. Something about both groins.
All right, so
like he's one man, two groins.
Yeah, exactly.
This man's got two groins.
30 years in the business, I've never had someone go, it's a groin injury. Hey, which groin?
Totally.
I've never seen that conversation happen.
That's pretty funny.
In my career. Anyway, so bad Giants things. Let's just call them things. You got Rennell. You got Jung-Hoo Lee's shoulder. You got Soler's head in the batting cage. You've got Nick Ahmed in a Dodger uniform. You got Blake Snell hurting both sides of both groins, apparently. What else?
Marco Luciano at shortstop.
Marco Luciano's not a shortstop.
Marco Luciano and his glove.
All right.
In quotes.
How about fly ball gate at Dodger Stadium? Fly balls that just land in between outfielders. How about Kyle Harrison and box squats?
That's a good one.
That guy ended up on crutches without even playing baseball. And it wasn't a motorcycle or skiing none of that. He ended up with a serious ankle injury doing box squats.
What about Tom Murphy? Is it Tom Murphy?
Yeah, what about him?
He tore up his knee and
whatever.
And then he got mad. He got mad after he tore up his knee.
Hang on.
Didn't he tear up his knee in a non-baseball play?
I don't even remember.
He just stood up and got mad.
No, it was in Philadelphia when Patrick Bailey was already suffering from a concussion.
That's right.
And then Tom Murphy tears up his knee, and then they had to call up Jackson Reitz, who we never even heard of before that.
You guys are going to get this, but I'm going to read you a stat line. That's it. I'm going to read you a stat line. Just listen now, okay? He has a WAR this season of one game above replacement. Not bad. Batting average is .235, 6 home runs, has driven in 20, and listen, a very respectable and above average Major League Baseball OPS of 766 this year. ¿Quién es más macho? Who am I talking about? Anyone venture a guess? Relevant to the conversation we were just having.
And he's a Giant?
I didn't say that.
Oh, well, boy. Is he catcher?
Maybe.
Jeez. It's got to be boo, 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 boo.
I knew you'd get it.
Eventually.
Joey Bart is, better than all of the other options the Giants found at backup catcher. Joey Bart, you used the number 2 overall pick on him, and then you dumped him right when you probably could have used him, and then he went somewhere else, and he's playing pretty solid baseball. Solid enough to be your backup for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, add that to the list.
Yep, put it on there. Do you want to throw in Camilo Doval and his?
Oh gosh, the fight that he had with
just his overall decline.
With a drink machine.
Yeah, I think the water cooler was I think symptomatic of the problem, which has been he hasn't been very good this year.
Right, but I don't know. Can we put that on the list if someone's just not good? There's got to be something a little quirkier to it than that. And I think having Camilo Doval's career crater because he went into a game with an 11-run lead would qualify.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's good. We promised some of this while we're thinking of more. Here's Dave Fleming this morning with Bonte and Joe on the frustrations with roster moves.
This week in particular, this is no knock on Derek Hill or Mike Bauman, but it felt like we're back 4 years ago, where you're picking up players who are around other rosters and, just trying to see if you can find a piece, as opposed to, I think the thing for me is, if you believe in your group and want your group to have chemistry and whatever it is that makes a team, it's hard to manage your team the way this roster is being managed right now. And I think that is a fair criticism. I do.
Me too. By the way, in those 37 seconds, I thought of more. How about a 2-run triple bouncing off of an umpire's belly?
That's bad.
Does that count?
I think so.
Can we do that one? Director of Sports Lucas Alexander whispered one in my ear that I hesitate to say out loud, but he's not wrong at all. This one's a serious one.
Yeah.
I mean, he made Rickwood Field all about Willie Mays for a year. And then he passed away
2 days before?
2 days before it happened. Yep.
And you lost Orlando Cepeda as well.
Orlando Cepeda, yeah.
Which, was not quite as powerful as far as the timing goes as the Willie Mays Rickwood week. But yeah, that was a devastating thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, these are the things that this has been Giants baseball this year.
Yeah.
That's Giants baseball so far.
And even looking at the injuries like Lamont Wade Jr., who just wanted to play at Rickwood, and he was ready to go out there and at least be in uniform and maybe take one at bat, and Major League Baseball said, no special roster dispensation for you, Lamont.
There's got to be a way to sort of encompass the way the Giants have handled what would be fan-friendly moments. Spencer Bivens, as just a person, as a journey, as a story, is amazing. That doesn't mean that he needs to stay up for the rest of his life. I get that. But by the same token, he came up and he pitched really well. What did he get for it? Sent down. Luis Matos, Player of the Week, sent down. Hayden Birdsong, 12 strikeouts in Colorado, sent down to single A. I know he's going to be back tomorrow. I know. I still don't think you do that. There's got to be something for that, which is amazing stories coming up from the minor leagues, and the response is to send them back.
Yeah, not great for morale.
Not great, Bob.
Not great. Not great for morale in the clubhouse, and certainly not great for the fans who want to take a player like Hayden Birdsong and think, all right, he's the future. He's here. He's a mainstay in the rotation. Well, he might be when he comes back after they make another move tomorrow. So we've already had a transaction today. We know we're going to have one tomorrow, and there'll probably be one Sunday as well.
Well, I think you get the extra man, right? You get the extra man for the doubleheader.
Yep.
So that can be Birdsong. But you're right. Yeah, there's definitely more coming. Eric Miller screaming, catch the bleeping ball, getting caught on camera. That was fun the other night. Logan Webb got torched at the All-Star game. That was a good time. Oh, that got Lucas out of his seat. He likes that one. He's going to go write that one down. So that's fun. What else happened? Just kind of scanning the roster here to see who's been involved in weird stuff this year.
Steiny actually texted me and did point out that the Giants have officially replaced Rennell Brooks Moon. Carolyn McCardle will be named the full-time public address announcer.
Well,
so,
wait. They have done it, or they will do it?
It said the Sporting Green from 8 hours ago said on Friday which is today.
Okay,
she will be named the Giants' full-time PA announcer.
Okay, great. So but it hasn't happened yet. They'll do it at the game tonight, I assume. Maybe she'll announce it herself.
I was gonna say,
ladies and gentlemen,
right?
Put your hands together for me.
Totally.
I am the new public address announcer of the San Francisco Giants.
She's the River Cats PA announcer, and she's done some local radio.
Good
here.
for her. Yeah, congrats. That's amazing.
People.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either until Steiny texted me. But
yeah, it hasn't happened yet. Thank you, Steiny.
No, it's funny. I was thinking the same thing. Like, how do you announce the new announcer? Ladies and gentlemen. You know.
For sure Larry Bear is going to go out there and, take the moment. But anyway.
When you say take the moment, following Larry Bear, and so it's still a little bit triggering when you talk about taking the moment. But anyway.
Easy. All right. Easy. Dave Fleming.
You better be careful.
He continued with the idea of the roster shuffle and gave a specific example.
With Mike Baumann, no offense to Mike Baumann, but you got Spencer Bivens in the minor leagues who did a great job for you, who everybody likes, who won maybe the most important game of the whole year for you by pitching as good as he possibly could have pitched. Why is he not on this roster right now? That is a very fair question. And I don't know the answer to that question. He's pitching really well down in AAA. There's no good reason why he's not here right now. He should be.
I really appreciate the Giants broadcast team. Always have. They're amazing at what they do. They know that. I think that they get the appropriate amount of love, but this one's a little bit more intricate this year. I really appreciate their honesty. And their honesty comes both with words and their vibe. Like Dave and John and Kruk and Kipe and Joe and FP. We hear you. We can hear you. And I appreciate that.
Exactly. And I think it comes from a place of it's honesty, but you have to be somewhat reserved. Now, if you're Dwayne or Mike, you can pretty much let it rip. You still don't want to disrespect your employer, but you can be a little bit more pointed. And I love that Dave Fleming now especially because he's on our air and he's such a great interview with us, but especially with the Morning Roast where he's on each and every week. It's become must listen because Dave is a lot stronger with his opinion as he gets older, more secure in his role with the Giants, but certainly more secure in his place in broadcasting. If something were to happen between the Giants and Dave Fleming, his career skyrockets.
Oh, gosh.
It's not like it's not like it's a setback for his career, really.
No, he probably makes close to 7 figures away from the Giants.
With all the stuff he does.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Dave said this about the idea of selling.
Yeah, everybody will be disappointed. The group, the players don't want that to happen. The players want right now. The Giants' chances of making the playoffs have been incredibly diminished. Like this week has really hurt their chances of making the playoffs. So
yeah, so not okay. But then he did sort of respond to that idea a little bit more with this thought:
selling doesn't necessarily mean tank. Like in this sport, selling it means the last 2 months of the season can't be important, fruitful, productive, interesting. Like if Mata comes back up here and plays today and Fitzgerald gets a chance to show what he can do at shortstop and Ramos keeps developing and you get, maybe one more young pitcher up here and you get to see Bird make a start every 5 days. It doesn't mean if you sell off some pieces that it's a tank job.
Okay. So, game show music, please, actually, real quick, Grandy, if I may. Game show music, please, as we get ready for Doc Pandia with the latest on injuries here, just 5 minutes away. Dan Dibley.
Yep.
I'm going to give you plus or minus 2% in either direction. Plus or minus 2%.
Okay.
Currently, 104 games into the season, the Giants' playoff odds are...
Woo, boy. Playoff odds. Current playoff odds, they're 5 and change out. A lot of teams to climb over. Still a decent roster. Okay, run differential. 18%, Mark. Yes! No.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for playing.
No, you wouldn't.
Because I thought that was very courageous of you.
I have no choice.
That's also true. No, you can protest. You can be like, I'm not doing it.
If I can follow up with my answer, I'm going to say 18% was too low.
Yeah, that's
it was too high. I think enough, Grandy. It's going to be a long week next week. Too high? I've never been accused of... Well,
yeah, you have.
Okay, yeah.
11.6%.
All right.
11.6%.
So high. I was a little high.
I'm high, bro.
That's the Giants.
Dibs smokes Kush. That's my film on Mike.
That's the current chances for the.
Dibs smokes Kush.
Yes, he does.
Thank you, film.
He's also.